So, White House advisor John Kirby facing some heat today for dismissing veterans' concerns about the Afghan withdrawal. Yesterday, on the anniversary of 9/11, he accidentally hit reply all on a Fox digital press inquiry that was sent out to White House staffers, saying, quote, obviously no use in responding. A handful of vets indeed, and all of them one stripe. Well, he later realized the mistake, writing, clearly, I did not realize you were on the chain, end quote. Florida Republican Congressman Corey Mills was one of the veterans who raised concerns about this. And, sir, good morning to you. I think Kirby's a straight shooter. I think he's a good guy. He joins us often here on this program, but that's one he would like to take back, I am sure.
Well, it's one that he would like to take back, just like when he said that the Afghan withdrawal wasn't really that chaotic and that it was the greatest, most successful airlift operation, though he didn't want to talk about the 60-70% of those airlifted who had no biometrics, who had no visa status, and who was being brought into the United States. And not to mention, he's still remiss to be able to mention the 13 Gold Star families who don't feel like this is a great success. And so, you know, John Kirby, while I respect his service to our military, he's become a mouthpiece for the Biden-Harris administration. And he's continuing to dispel, you know, all the truths while covering up all the lies. And so I just, you know, I think it's time for as veterans to call him out on these things. And, you know, myself, Brian Mast, Mark Geist, as well as for many others from Benghazi, have even tried to bring mention to the fact that he's just not being factual.
Well, you recall this from the House report on the Afghan withdrawal. Just want to read this segment here. Our investigation revealing that the Biden-Harris administration had the information and opportunity to take necessary steps to plan for the inevitable collapse of the Afghan government so we could safely evacuate U.S. personnel, American citizens, green card holders, and our brave Afghan allies. At each step of the way, however, the administration picked optics over security, end quote. That from Mike McCall earlier in the week. Now to the debate from the other night. No Americans in combat zones. That was the quote. Here's how we heard it. Watch.
I agreed with President Biden's decision to pull out of Afghanistan. America's taxpayers are not paying the $300 million a day we were paying for that endless war. And as of today, there is not one member of the United States military who is in active duty in a combat zone in any war zone around the world, the first time this century.
I don't know where she came up with that. I mean,
well, I don't know where she came up with that, Bill.
Syria, Iraq,
well, we have people in Syria. We have Operation Inherent Resolve. We had the 3 service members and 40 that were killed and 40 injured when it was in Jordan, right there on the border. You've got the Indo-PACOM and other fleets that are going into areas which are within range of D-21, D-27 hypersonic ballistic missile capabilities, knowing the increased intent. You have the people that they consider to be, and I'll say advisors, who are actually over in areas of Poland and Ukraine, who are also in the area. So this is her trying to, again, spin lies. It was President Trump, however, who is the one who didn't create any new wars. It was President Trump who was creating peace through things like the Abraham Accords, where Israel was actually at a more stable position. It was President Trump who was holding adversaries accountable, eliminating terrorists like Qasem Soleimani, like Abu Mahdi al-Mohandes, and like Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi of ISIS. And so she's sitting here trying to cover up the failures of the Biden-Harris administration while lying to the American people.
Yeah. You wonder if it comes up again, if you get a redo on that. But there was no fact check. Let's just leave it at that, sir.
Well, there's only fact checked on one side of that one, Bill. And that was the 3 against 1 when it came to President Trump.
Yeah, 5-0, too. Corey Mills, thanks for coming on today. We'll speak again very soon.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.